No, you didn't get to see this one. So I guess I'll I'll offer some perspective on it. This movie is what happens when you have a great director with a film and he feels like he can do what he did with the prior film, in this case being Invisible Man, and offer something a little different from what that quote unquote monster is, and apply it to Wolfman and do the same thing. Here's what I will say about werewolf movies, which I am a huge fan of. They're not complicated. Werewolf movies are not complicated. They are not. It's a curse. Somebody got bit or scratched. That person survived when they wasn't supposed to. They start having nightmares about turning. They eventually turn, and they eventually, their love interest is involved, and they eventually die. That's normally how the best werewolf movies go. It's not a formula that needs to be tinkered with or anything like that. The explanation of what the Wolfman is in this film is very interesting. No spoilers here or whatever, but they could have done something with it and they didn't decide to truly explore it like they should have.
Right.
And another issue is this film is super isolated, so it's going to be a low kill count for that reason. Right. There are a total of about 5 characters in this film, maybe. So you got your low kill count, and that's not really a deal breaker because other like werewolf movies have had low kill counts, but they were still pretty good. But yeah, and also another key part of werewolf movies is that mystery factor. Who is the werewolf? Sometimes they like to fool you into thinking it was one person, it was somebody else. Sometimes they introduce another werewolf or whatever the case may be and push it forward. Some of those elements are here. They just don't come together in a great way. And a big part of the problem is you spend so much time on his transformation. What gets lost is the peril and the terror within that. And it takes place over the course of a night. The entire film takes place over the course of a night. And it feels longer than it actually is. And that's always a problem for me.
Right.
I was really looking forward to this film, and the direction and the creative choices that they made are a little bit baffling to me. There is a story about fathers and their responsibilities to their family, fathers and husbands and their responsibilities. And in that regard, they took a different twist with the werewolf love story side of it. They could have did this same exact story because they have it set up with an additional werewolf. I don't even care about spoiling it at this point. There is an additional werewolf in here where you can have that same dynamic to occur, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't. They decide to do something else with it. And it's unfortunate. It is a film that should be much better than it actually is, but it's not. And with that being said, Wolfman, for me, I'm ready to render the verdict. It's an unapologetically basic as fuck rating. That is a 2 out of 5. That's the best I can do with it. This is the best I can give it. I really do not want to see this movie again. And even the design of the Wolfman is underwhelming. Like, by the way, what is up with these humanoid wolves that people want to do where they look more human than wolf? Give me a motherfucker that look like straight down the middle, a cross between a human and a wolf. Just do that. Werewolf movies, their looks, all of that shit is not complicated, but somehow, some way, people find a way to complicate it. So, but yeah, that's the verdict on that.
U-GeekTV.